Montana is known as Big Sky Country. Well, right now, all eyes are exactly there on the Big Sky and what's in its airspace. I want to point out, I do have a chopper shot up right now from WNBC, our sister station in New York, and we are tracking the former president's movement as his motorcade gets ready to leave his Upper East Side home to go to court. I want to just show you that press release. This is coming directly from the company. I think that's important for you to see so you know this is legitimate news coming in right now. It was estimated back in 2018. It wasn't the country's leader, Kim Jong-un, but his sister, Kim Yo-jong. She actually is the one putting out this message this morning to the United States and its allies. On state media, she said, yeah, hey guys, and I've got that letter right here in front of me that I want to go over with you here real quickly. The letter that's available is short, sweet, and to the point. It was sent out in a district-wide email, and it's been also posted to the district website. Let's just jump into it here real quickly for you. Now, I did reach out to Congresswoman Kathy McMorris Rodgers' office on this topic. As it started in the House, her office told me that the Congresswoman will actually be sitting down with the CEO of TikTok next month. It will be the CEO's very first appearance before a congressional committee. Again, I'm watching his movement. The motorcade is prepped and waiting for that commute down to the courthouse he's already familiar with. Guys, back to you. Oh no, the clock on the bottom of the screen, it is running out, Sam. I'm going to do this for you. Okay, so the first ever pitch clock violation was by Cubs pitcher Marcus Stroman, and the first batter to be called out for a pitch clock violation was Red Sox third baseman Rafael Devers. Bottom line, guys, when they play baseball, they're going to do it fast, 10 seconds on the clock. I did it. I'm safe, Sam.
You can keep talking, Bradley. What else do you got for us? 5 seconds.
I got nothing today, believe it or not. I'm wow! I knew Clyde was going to be shocked by that.
We need to put a
3, 2, 1, go! Gonzaga, G-O-N-Z-A-G-A, go! Let me show you. I think we'll make a quick little snow angel here for you, Haley. Yeah. We definitely have a fresh dusting. That is for... It's going to come out tomorrow, but I've got a different saying up here on Francis, Haley. The sun will come out tomato. See, these are the MVPs, Sam. They're like the student section on the road. I've got... Okay, can we raise our hand? Who's from Spokane? It's the story of two women, one house, a generation apart.
It's the Lute Holt Brown House, and it was finished in 1924.
Erin is a Spokane girl.
So I went to LC, go Tigers.
She grew up on the South Hill, went to WSU, and married a Gonzaga Bulldog. Now, she's an interior designer, and she's restoring a historic Spokane home that was built in the 20s.
When you come in a place like this, I mean, you can't even, potentially have this built anymore. You realize how special the architectural details are, and, you have to preserve it.
The house has had a cast of characters live in it, but one resident might be best known as the woman who helped feed Spokane, Dorothy Dean.
Oh, I don't cook, no. I don't.
Yes, Erin might not cook, but Dorothy sure did. Dorothy Dean was a pseudonym for the woman who wrote for the Spokesman Review's homemaker section. Erin now owns the home of Edna Mae Brown, who passed away in 2005, and she wrote for the Spokesman in the 30s and 40s.
I certainly didn't know it till I moved in, so that was something. I knew a lot about this house, but that was kind of a fun surprise that I learned just a couple months after living here.
The house has sat largely empty since 2005, since Brown passed away. Erin is working to keep it historically accurate and infuse her own flair into the home and kitchen.
Incorporating the wallpaper, incorporating new lighting.
And as Erin makes updates to the South Hill home, she feels, in a way, she's becoming friends with Dorothy Dean.
She was very charismatic, she was very proper, she was very elegant, but she was also simple at the same time.
Erin can now be found in the dining room off the kitchen, working on her next design project.
Great video.
The old house on the South Hill might have a new tenant, but the house continues to be a touch point for a strong woman working in it.
I own a very special piece of Spokane history.
Reporting on the South Hill, I'm Bradley Warren, Nonstop Local.
Morning.
It's a lunch that has stood the test of time in downtown Spokane. A sandwich and a bowl of popcorn from Domini's.
It's consistent. We've never changed since day one.
There we go.
And people recognize that.
And during the month of March, the restaurant is celebrating its 60th anniversary of selling some of the best sandwiches in the city of Spokane.
So we've had people come in here. We got engaged here, or we got our first date here, things like that that you think you really kind of treasure, they really treasure.
Tom Dominy is the second owner of the Spokane restaurant. But for Tom, retirement is inching closer as he just personally celebrated a big birthday.
Yeah, 66, and I'm just like, wow. I got 2 bags for you here, buddy.
Tom says he's only willing to pass the Spokane icon and all of its 70s charm off to someone who will truly care for it in the way he and his family has.
Hopefully we'll have some energetic young person that likes people, likes restaurant work, because you got to love what you do.
Tom's father and uncle opened the first iteration of the restaurant in the late 40s.
My dad taught me so much,
Every day, Tom works to carry the legacy of his father into the next generation. A legacy and a memory that still makes him emotional.
He loved Spokane, and he supported everything.
Tom's been part of Dominy's since he was first allowed to work in the restaurant in 1974. The sandwiches have stayed the same, and the man behind the counter,
We were so fortunate, really.
well, he's become a pillar in the community.
It's an amazing feeling to have a restaurant in Spokane, where you had families been coming for years, and it's just it's a feeling that they all love you when you come in. They goes, hey, hi, Tom, or I say, hi there, hello, John. I everybody my name.
It's always been a place the community can count on, which is why Tom is dedicated to finding the right person who can carry on the legacy.
And hopefully within the next 6 months, somebody will be interested in coming in.
In the meantime, the search for the right person continues.
Get a couple small sandwiches for him, please.
Tom will stay, work with the employees he loves, and serve an excellent meal to the city that loves him.
If you love to do what you do, that's a job, but it's not.
Reporting in downtown Spokane, I'm Bradley Warren, Nonstop Local. Sitting in her sewing room in Meade, Washington, Pat Hooker is stitching away. From quilts for friends to booties for babies, this retired home ec teacher says,
everybody has a gift to give and serve. Mine just happens to be the sewing. There's a lot of things that are loose on it.
And this seamstress has been sewing something interesting for decades that most people wouldn't even think about.
I get granddaughters, new granddaughters every year. I've got more granddaughters than anybody, so
Those granddaughters are lilac princesses. Pat Hooker is a staple in the Lilac Parade, and for years she's been making special bags and sashes for each princess.
I keep track every year of who's worn the sash from each school.
Yeah, so this is Medical Lake.
And this is Medical Lake.
We've got Majestic
Okay,
Storm.
Majestic.
Yeah, Caitlin.
And Caitlin.
And this year we've got our first queen.
Yes.
That's a big deal. She has immense pride in each girl. She knows when each one has gotten married and how many kids they've had. But there's one name on those lists that mean the most to her. Her daughter, Elizabeth.
She always says I wanted it more than she did. But I was thrilled.
For Pat and Elizabeth, the Lilac Festival has become a family affair. They both now are heavily involved with the production of the parade.
I'm always amazed when I go somewhere and somebody will say, what are you doing? And I say, well, I'm doing something for the Lilac Festival. And they say, oh, when's that? And I think, have you been under a rock?
Pat found her way into the parade in the 70s when she was a teacher at Shadle Park High School. But now, it's her fountain of youth.
It's kept me young and involved and going, and if you're around young people, then you stay young.
For Pat, each stitch is an opportunity to stay involved in the community she loves, pay tribute to the youth, and salute our military.
Mostly it's just showing and giving appreciation back to the community.
Reporting in Meade, I'm Bradley Warren.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nonstop Local.
That's neat.